Hashem, the Torah Tasod, the secret part of the Torah, explains Hashem as He is technically everything. Now, the literal part of the Torah says that when Hashem created Adam HaRishon, He took a piece of Himself, Hashem took a piece of Himself and put it into Adam HaRishon. Meaning that Hashem was part of Adam HaRishon. Now we know also that from Adam HaRishon, the souls of the entire world come from him. Everyone. You, me, Arafat, everyone. The good and the bad. Everyone comes from the first soul. Everyone. Everyone comes from Adam HaRishon. There was no Adam HaSheni. There was Adam HaRishon. That's it. Everyone comes from Adam HaRishon. So Hashem took a piece of Himself and put it inside you. Put it inside you. Hashem wanted to make sure that you know that He created you. Now, how do we prove this scientifically? Everyone always wants to know, if you're in the painting business, who made the painting? If I made the painting, they're going to pay $5 for it. Maybe. Probably $2. Just because the paper, they could probably use it again. But if Picasso made it, there's a story about Picasso. One time a woman sees Picasso in a coffee shop, and she says, "Oh, Picasso, I admire you so much. You're so amazing. Please, draw something for me." So he takes the pen. 2 minutes, he draws a little drawing, and he's handing it to her. She says, "Oh, yeah, great. No, wait, hold on a second. $10,000. What $10,000? It took you 2 minutes." He goes, "No, it took me 60 years. 60 years to build a name. To be Picasso." So now Picasso makes a painting. If he makes a painting, what does he do? He writes his name. Writes his name. He signs his name on the bottom of the painting. Right? So Hashem also wrote His name. Question is, do we know how to find it? Baruch Hashem, as the generations have advanced in age from Chazal to us, we've gone down in one way, but we've also, Hashem has supplemented it in another way, meaning that the less brain and connection we have with God, the easier He's making it for us to find Him. In 1983, there was a scientist that, his name escapes me right now, but moved from Venezuela to Israel to do research on DNA. And he's looking at DNA. DNA is pretty much the genetic makeup of everything. Everything has DNA. Every living species has a DNA. Whether it's a plant or it's a living being like a human being or a shark or a cat or a dog, everyone has a DNA of some kind. Okay? So he's looking at DNA, and in 1986 he makes a very big discovery. He realizes that the DNA foundation of everything is the same. Meaning that whether it's a cat, or it's a dog, or it's a shark, or it's a bat, or it's a monkey, or it's a human being, they all have the same basic look. It's those two squiggly lines that you probably saw on the internet at some point. Two squiggly lines going against each other. Make an X. Keep going. The difference between them, if it's a monkey or a human being, is the amount of chromosomes and acids that are within that DNA. So he asked this computer program, and he wanted to find out, what if I take those two lines, which is the foundation, like a building has a foundation, has 4 corners. So he says, what if I take those corners and I break them apart? Can it stand by itself? And after research, the computer program responded in saying, no, the subject will explode. Meaning it cannot live, it cannot survive. Without those two lines being together, it cannot survive. So that means that to keep them together is very important. So the next question is, naturally, what's keeping them together? So in the DNA, there's something called ACTG, which is acids. Chumza. So he said, What's keeping him together? And the computer program responds after an analysis, and it says every so often, meaning every several acids, every several ACTGs, there is a bridge made of sulfur, which is gaflit, that connects the DNA. That's what's connecting the DNA. So, okay, so we have this bridge. Bridge is very important. It's not like the Verrazano Bridge, where if you don't want to pay $16 for the Verrazano Bridge, you go to the other one, you pay $14 and save $2. This one is the only way in. So now the next big question is, how often is every so often? Is there a sequence? Is there some type of way that you could put some math into this and see that there's some intelligent design behind this bridge? Because obviously this bridge is really important. So what if, we know the bridge has to exist. We want to know, is this bridge random? Is it one day it's over here, the next day it's over here? Or is there some type of sequence to this? Some type of intelligent design? And the computer program responds, yes, there is a sequence. It's every 10th acid. And then after that, it's every 5th. And then after that, it's every 6th. And then after that, it's every 5. 10, 5, 6, 5, 10, 5, 6, 5, forever. 10, 5, 6, 5, 10, 5, 6, 5. And if you haven't caught on yet, in the Hebrew language, every letter has a numerical value. 10 is Yud. 5 is Hey. 6 is Vav. And 5 again is Hey. Yud, Hey, Vav, and Hey. That's God's name. Only in the Hebrew language. Not in English, not in Spanish, not in Chinese, not in Arabic, nothing else. The Hebrew language, the language that He created the world. HaShem wrote His name inside your DNA. Just like an artist wants to make sure that you know that he painted this painting, HaShem did the same thing.
Oh my God.
It's in your DNA. So when somebody says, where is God? Where is God? Just look in the mirror.
It's inside the